Hey, welcome to Joe's Multiverse. I'm Joe, and today we're going to be playing the top 5 superhero movies in this box. This box right here. I'm going to be pulling out 5 different superhero movies. I'm going to be showing them to you, talking about them, and then I'm going to rank them 1 through 5. And the first movie is... I have a lot of slip covers. Man of Steel. This was our introduction to Henry Cavill as the new Superman. It took me a long time to figure out where I knew him from, and he was the actor that played the kid in The Count of Monte Cristo, one of my all-time favorite movies. But he was really young, so it took me a little while to figure that out. But this was our introduction. This was the first Superman movie, since Superman Returns with Brandon Routh. A much better done movie than The Return of Superman. I still don't feel like they nailed it. The stuff with Krypton was new and different and had never been done like that. I think Russell Crowe played a good Jor-El, and played a Jor-El that was, kind of gruffy, manly, kind of buff, older guy that you would believe that would be Kal-El's father from Krypton type deal, and good actor. But it was, I don't know, it was too sci-fi, too, I don't want to say Matrixy, but I don't know, there was just something about it. And I think Kevin Costner was an awesome Jonathan Kent. Nobody can beat John Schneider as the best. The best Jonathan Kent and the best Lex Luthor came from Smallville. I'll fight anybody to the death over that one. But I don't know, it was good. They should have came out with another one quickly within the next couple of years, and that whole cluster F of stuff going on with the DC universe, it seems like they're getting back on track, but not too bad. There's just something about it that just doesn't, I don't know. As a strictly superhero movie is concerned, it's pretty good. Number 2. The Avengers, the very first Avengers. This looks like it is a DVD case, but it's actually a Blu-ray. Never seen a Blu-ray in this size before. It has a DVD in it too, but anyway, nevertheless, it was first of its kind. If it would have flopped, we probably wouldn't have the MCU we have today. But this came out 2012, the same year that my son was born. I was actually playing this in the room on the TV, in the DVD player, moments before my son was born, on purpose because I'm a weirdo. Anyway, but Avengers, it's this. Even though we look back and Captain America's costume he wore, and that was ridiculous compared to the awesome ones that he ended up wearing. But that's how you do it, and they had never done it before. Never took a whole bunch of characters from other movies and culminated and turned it into this huge thing, but that's the way you do it. All right, number 3. Another Superman. This is the amazing story of Superman. This is more on the documentary type film. If you are a fan of how things kind of started, or a fan of Superman, or a fan of documentaries, this is awesome. This goes all the way back to the original Reeves. First name is missing in my brain right now, but it tells the story of the 2 kids that came up with the first comic in, like, was it 1939 or 1940 or something like that, I can't remember. but it goes through all the Supermans and the comics and just kind of how the fundamentals of superheroes and superhero comics and everything started with Superman. And it's I've watched this so many times. You'd think I'd remember all this stuff, but put me on the spot. All right, number 4. Blade, one of the OGs of the Marvel movies. And they're coming out with the new Blade pretty soon. But I got fond memories of this movie. I went and saw this. I was living in East Grand Forks up in on the border of Minnesota and North Dakota, way up north. And I went, and it was 1998. Went and saw this with one of my oldest, dearest, and best friends, Ben. And this was, I think we went and saw this a couple of times. I ended up getting a copy from somebody, like on VHS when this was still in theaters, and brought it over to Ben's, and we watched it, and that was huge. But yeah, I got a lot of fond memories of that. Blade it's an awesome movie. It was really done. It was a superhero movie done really well in the time of a lot of superhero movies not done well at all. But this is where it's at, and you look back at it, it's a little dated, very 90s, but still very, very cool. And the 5th and final should I leave that in? The 5th and final movie, Spider-Man 3. It's just one of those movies. The dreaded Spider-Man 3, in popular opinion, the worst out of the bunch. But once again, just like Wolverine Origins, I really like this movie. At the time, I didn't have any problem with it. I was very heavily influenced over the years because, like, I'm not supposed to like it because it was done so bad. And another beloved character done wrong in the eyes of a lot of people with Venom. But I remember this was a very weird time in my life. Not weird, but it was actually one of the best times. It was a big party time. It was 2007. It was best summer of my life. But I saw this in the theater, and I liked it. I mean, the cheesy Tobey Maguire emo look, walking down the street trying to be cool but coming off really dorky. I could have went without that, but I don't know. I liked it. I liked it a lot. They just put too much into it, and didn't do Venom right. And what's his nuts from that 70s show that played Brock? What is his name? Oh, Topher Grace. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, Topher Grace played Eddie Brock, and that was a poor choice. I know Topher was supposed to be hot, like popular, but I don't know. Just not a good choice. Too many villains, but I still liked it. I liked it a lot. I don't care what you say. I can like what I like. All right, let's put these in order. All right, we will put that there, and we will put that there. This is tough again, but here it is. All right, number 5. I'm only going with this as number 5, The Amazing Story of Superman, because it's not a movie, but it's still great. Nothing wrong with this whatsoever. If you're interested, I would get your hands on this. I think you can find it on YouTube, actually. I could be wrong about that, but that's great. Number 5. Number 4, even though I liked it, it's worse than these other movies. So number 4, we're going to put Spider-Man 3. But I still like it. I enjoy watching this more than the other two, personally. I mean, I always have. That's just how it is. I don't know. Number 3, and it's number 3 for a few different reasons, but I'm going to go with Man of Steel. There might be a lot of people out there mad about that, but this is just my opinion. It's a good Superman. Better than Superman Returns. And he has the potential. I mean, he's still our Superman to this day. And this came out in what, like 2013? And he's still technically our Superman, so. But number 3. All right. Number 2. Not number 4. Number 2. All right, Ben, am I in the order that you thought? We'll see. All right. And these last two, a lot of nostalgia influencing especially these last two movies. But my number 4 pick is going to be Blade, and only because this other movie is better and newer and all that. But the number 2 spot is going to my man Blade, Wesley Snipes, who I still could have pulled Blade off today. But yeah, number 2, good old Blade. All right, and number 1, Marvel's Avengers. The first Avengers movie. Still awesome. Still cool. Can't watch all the Avengers movies without watching this one first. So there we go. All right. I hope you enjoyed the top 5 superhero movies in this box. Next week, I am going to be doing it a little bit differently. I think I'm still going to stick with 5. I could possibly eventually go up to 10. But the thing that I'm thinking about doing differently is adding in like a Star Wars, a G.I. Joe, He-Man. I mean, they're all together. So instead of siphoning through and just putting strictly like Marvel and DC type superheroes, I think I'm going to do one where I have a whole bunch of sci-fi, fantasy, superhero type movies. We'll see how that goes. But until next time, and until the next time we enter the multiverse, see you later.